Tell me if you can hear me, guys. Am I back? I hope so. I was doing a live for just a couple minutes and you guys had some great questions and I was sharing the excitement of why this day is such a big day for me, but then I got frozen. So I'm moving here over to my little meditation space. This is my little meditation space in my attic. This is my wishing wall. I have this wish up there. So today is a big day for me because a dream publisher asked for my book proposal and manuscript. Yay! And my friends sent it off to them today. So I am staying in a high vibe place and had a great morning, did my cold plunge, did my sauna, did a workout, and then that's when the message came that said, they asked for the proposal and I'm sending it to them now. And that's when it comes, when we're in joy, right? Because happiness is the art of allowing. I'm bringing all this up because it's an exciting day and I wanted to come in here. I'm never on here in the evening, so this is kind of fun for me. I have an empty house, a totally empty house. My husband is playing hockey. My son is playing hockey. And my daughter is running around like a feral cat because they don't have school tomorrow for Rosh Hashanah. So we have like a fun night and it's beautiful in Chicago lately, like the best weather. Someone just said I manifested the job. I received the job I manifested today. Yay, that's amazing. Awesome. So I'll jump on that train. Okay, I manifested the producer that I really want today. Yay. I was hoping you'd do a live soon. So happy you're on here, right? Great, me too. So, happiness is the art of allowing. So when you do something like today, where I had this day where I put something out into the world, you know, I had plenty of moments of like surrender and excitement and feeling like it's all happening and creating that experience as my new normal. Like, of course this publisher wants to see my book. Of course they do. And I shared in my stories, which I've never asked this before, and it was really fun. In my stories today, just a couple hours ago, I said, hey, I released my book and proposal to a dream publisher today. Like, give me some words of encouragement so I can stay in that high vibration. And Soulsters, people, you showed up. You sent me so much love. I was moved to tears 2 different times just stopping and reading all of the encouraging words like, you've got this, you deserve this, I can't wait to read your book. It's already done, it's happening. Like so many beautiful, encouraging things that I would say to all of you. And you're saying it all back to me and it's so wonderful. So thank you for that. I was just receiving it, being moved and receiving it in between cleaning the kitchen and doing dishes. Let me see. I put an offer on a property today. Okay, great. How can I change my feeling from nervousness to excitement? Decide, girl. Decide that you're excited. Jump around and know that if it's meant to be, it will happen for you. And that, you know, the universe never goes wrong. There's no missed opportunities. There's no like, oh, that was supposed to be my property and I didn't get it. If you don't get it, it's not supposed to be. If this book publisher doesn't want my book, it's not the book publisher for me, right? Be that easy about it and sit in joy. Sit in your joy, do things that light you up. That will change your vibration from nervousness to excitement. Do some things that you really love. Oh, the name of the book is Soul Assignments. It's about our soul experience. It's about how to uncover exactly what your soul assignments are, how to radically accept them so you can harness their power and consciously create your dream life. Just that. So let's see, what else? I was gonna pull a card for you guys, but let me know if you have any other questions about manifesting, about mindset. I've been creating some new content for you guys. I have a course running with about 50 women in my courses, a 5-month container with me that I'm loving right now. And my inner circle going, and then I'm working on my book. So But the 5-month container is always open. If any of you want to join, message me and I'll send you the link. When will we be able to read it? Well, I don't know. It depends. I have 2 publishing contracts that I've been given by 2 different publishers that are awesome, amazing, and I'm so incredibly grateful. Like, pinch me, I can't believe this is even possible. And then there's this new publisher that is even more of a dream publisher. Dream. So we'll see. We'll see how that unfolds. So I was going to read a card that I pulled. These are an Abraham Hicks card deck. I have so many great card decks, and I love using them. I use them at the beginning of some of my calls, just to like spark content and questions and stuff sometimes. And I just love to pull them myself. Gosh, you know what? It's so funny because with 52 cards in a deck, I pull some of the same cards over and over and over again. And a lot of the cards I pull are about being in joy, being in our joy. And whenever I ask a question about my husband and I or anything like that, it's always a card about laughter and fun and joy and lightness. And there's not that many cards about that. So it's really funny. I am 55 years old and I do not wear readers. And yet it is so like dim up here and it's late at night. And these are just little magnifiers. I seriously don't even, I don't know where I got these. And oh my God, I can see so much better with these on. Just otherwise I would have to hold this really far away. But it's pretty cool that I'm 55 and I don't wear glasses yet, right? Because that's not very common. I can see this so much better with these on right now. This card says, life is always in motion, so I cannot be stuck. It's not possible to stand still or be stuck because energy and therefore life is always in motion. Things are always changing. The reason it may feel to you as if you're stuck, I know what it's going to say, is because while you're continuing to think the same thoughts, things are changing, but they're changing to the same thing over and over. Isn't that fascinating? Isn't that powerful? We create from our thoughts. And so if you keep the same thoughts going, you're going to create the same thing. So you think you're stuck because there's no momentum in your health and fitness, or you think you're stuck because there's no movement in your career, or you think you're stuck because your relationship's not improving. But that's not the case. Things are always in motion. It's energy. Things are always moving. You just are creating the same thoughts and the same feelings, so you feel stuck because you're creating the same thing over and over again. That's a really powerful, different way to look at it, isn't it? You are not stuck. The reason you may feel as if you are stuck is because while you continue to think the same thoughts, things are changing, but they're changing to the same thing over and over. Ooh, isn't that so great? Let me see what some of you have said. I can't tell if I'm at times blocking my blessings or is the universe saying not yet. I'm feeling in my heart that it's time, yet it's been so long for my manifestations. How can I bring in? So I shared something about this the other day. You know, when I was waiting, it's been a long process for me to get this book, a traditional book publisher, interested in my book. And it took a lot longer than I thought. And I had to use my tools and I had to find joy along the journey. Whenever something is taking a while, that just means there's more joy along the journey to be found. That's it. How good can life get? How happy can you be in the moment, even without the thing? Don't start thinking about how long it's taking. Think about how much joy you can find along the journey, and it becomes really different, right? It's a totally different approach to it. And I know it sounds hard, but it actually is hard to stay in the vibration of being without it. How much joy can I find along this journey of not having it? Knowing, fully sitting in the knowingness that it is on its way. Because there is nothing that we can't be or do or have. Right? You get to decide how you want your life to be, and then you get to make it that way, period. So you get to decide it, and you get to make it that way. There is no, oh, but I can't have that, or I can't have that. No, you will have it, period. You will have it. You are worthy and deserving of having it. So you can just be in joy along the journey. Focus on the what and why, and let the how and when be up to the universe. Like, if you placed an order on Amazon, you knew what you wanted, you knew what you were going to use it for, you knew why you wanted it, and you were just like, show me when it gets here. Sometimes it's Amazon Prime, sometimes it's next day, sometimes it takes like a week, sometimes it's actually Amazon, but it's coming from overseas and it takes a while. You're just anxiously excited about that thing showing up. Let me see what some more of you said here. Thank you for answering. You look good in those glasses. Thank you. I needed that message. Find the joy in the journey. Good. Have you had any manifestation blocks and something switched and you got what you wanted? Oh, I was just recording a reel 10 minutes ago about blocks. So I have to change my thoughts if I want change in my life. Heck yes. Yep. So yes, manifestation blocks. Yes, we all have them. Yes, I just husband ordered on Prime. Great, Jess. Hi, Jessie. Yep, husband ordered. Check, order received. He's on his way. What are the signs we can get from the signs maybe we can get from the universe that our prayers are going to fulfill soon? Gosh, that is so crazy. I literally just did a reel on here are the signs that your manifestations are on their way. And I just did a reel on what is blocking your manifesting. So I must be really tuned in to you guys, because literally, I just did 2 reels. Like they're sitting in my, I have a wonderful video editor who will just like slap on captions and music so that I don't have to work on doing that myself. And those will be up in the next few days, but I'll give you a quick little overview. So what's blocking your manifesting? You are either in alignment, I call that in the vortex, or out of alignment, out of the vortex. Let's go over this. What things are you doing when you're in alignment? Anyone? You are in joy. You are happy. You are in the green zone, I call it. You are in nature. You're laughing. You're walking. You're, listening to music. All of that is the vortex. All of that is in alignment. All of the positive things. You're looking for the good. You're in gratitude. You're in connection. All the positive, happy, healthy things are in the vortex and in alignment. If you are out of the vortex, meaning what? Complaining, judging, being negative, looking for the worst case scenario, sitting in your fears and doubts and frustrations and anxiousness and angst, you are blocking your manifestation. So have you ever had manifestation blocks? Of course, because I've been out of the vortex many times, but I've been doing this for decades. So I know when I'm out of the vortex, and I know I have a ton of tools to get into the vortex. And here's the big secret that we're always talking about in my inner circle. What is the bridge to go from out of the vortex to into the vortex? Awareness. When you have awareness of your blocks, of being out of alignment, of being out of the vortex, that is the number one contributing factor to you manifesting, because you have awareness of getting back in the vortex, into alignment, and from alignment you can get all that you want. Make sense? Does that make sense? So to answer the other question, and again, you guys, these reels are going to be coming out in the next few days. Like, we have a pretty quick turnover. So check out my reels over the next, over the rest of this week, and you'll see these reels. So the other reel that someone asked about that I did just tonight was, wait, what did you guys, now I'm spacing out. what's blocking your manifestation, and then, what are the signs that your manifestation is on its way? I shared like 5 or 6 signs. Sometimes things get a little sticky because the universe is showing you this is not the path. This is not the path. Like I saw some like red flags from this one publisher and I was like, ooh, that's not, because it's clearing the way of that in order to free up the way to this. So sometimes things can fall away and be a little sticky. I wouldn't call it like things get bad and, you sit in chaos. Like, no, but things get, you weed out, you pull out the weeds, right? You pull out the weeds, if that makes sense. You see synchronicities and signs. You can ask for the signs that the manifestation is on its way. Show me the signs. And then you'll see them. Then you'll see like 1111, or then you'll see something that says soul, and you're like, oh, that's a sign. And you can be delusionally positive about signs. You can be delusional about it. Like every time I see a green light, it's going to be a sign. Oh my God, I see green lights everywhere. Yeah, and ignore the red ones. You can do that. And things line up energetically. You start to feel better. You start to feel good. Signs and synchronicities, and like someone introduces you to that person, and then you find the right podcast, and then those are all signs that your manifestation is on its way. And what I teach is always just decide that your manifestation is on its way, and decide all the signs that you want, and decide that everything is a sign. Loving this message and reminder right now. Yes. How much more joy can I find in this journey while I'm waiting? Yeah, that's an important one. I did a reel on that recently too. So, any other questions? Let me see what else. That's true. We have to enjoy the process. Yep, love that example of placing an order. You always excited, waiting for your order to arrive. Yep, not stressing. We don't stress. Exactly. And remember, we are worthy and deserving of anything that we want to be. Delulu is the Salulu. Yes, I love that. I saw someone else comment on that on one of my reels. Delulu is the Salulu, and I love it. I've not heard that before. It's so funny. Of course you can manifest more than one thing, Patricia. The catalog of the universe is open to you. You can manifest anything you've ever dreamed in your life. I have manifested everything I have ever desired up until now, and I will continue to manifest everything that I want. And I'm not special. I wasn't like born different than anyone. I learned about this a long time ago, and I started teaching it because I was so fascinated by it. So yes, I've been doing it for a long time, but that doesn't make it that I am worthy and deserving of more things than you are, or that you have to do it for 30 years as well. But I have manifested everything I've ever desired, from every job that I ever wanted, to anywhere I ever wanted to live, to the current relationship I'm in with my husband for 29 years, to being in the best shape of my life at 55, to the house that I built 5 years ago during the pandemic when everyone said it wasn't possible, and it was effortless and easy and amazing, and it has everything, like 2 meditation spaces and an infrared sauna and a cold plunge that we decided and put in this house, to a lake house that we wanted. And I stood there with my arms open out to the water and said, this or something better. And 6 months later, we owned that lake house. To everything, traveling around the world, speaking my message, getting invited to speak all over the world, doing this, like literally flying first class to Kuala Lumpur to speak at the Hall of Awesomeness and Mind Valley headquarters. What? If I can create any of these things, you can create anything that you want, because you are worthy and deserving of it, and you get to decide how you want your life to be, and then you get to make it that way. Period. Love your insights. I'm learning so much, but it's not easy. I always overthink. Yes, well, we're wired that way. We're wired to overthink, and so we have to hardwire it differently. So that's why it takes work, but that's okay. Just like this card said, like, nothing changes if you don't change anything. If you don't change your state and your story and your strategy, you're not going to create a new reality. Thank you for saying that, Contessa. That is so nice. I'm going to look at, I have 5% left on my battery, friends. Yeah, it's not always easy, but it's not It's not easy to stay stuck. It's not easy to be complaining. It's not easy to be negative. It's not easy to be in lack either. So honestly, both are hard. Choose your hard, right? It's hard to be in great shape, and it's hard to be out of shape. Choose your hard. It's hard to maintain a really connected, romantic, beautiful relationship. And it's hard to be in a bad one and fighting all the time. Choose your hard. Right? It's hard to make a lot of money, and it's hard to be broke. Choose your hard. Let's see. What else? Any other questions before my battery is drained? Again, I'm in an empty house, which is so rare for a Monday night. If we care of our... that didn't make any sense to me. And change to it is easy. Yeah, that helps. The tough part is to see what is blocking our manifestation. Yep, I just talked about that, right? What's blocking our manifestation is being out of the vortex and out of alignment. And all of those things are blocking our manifestations. Complaining, judging, being negative, overthinking. We create from our dominant thoughts, right? And so our dominant thought, if it is one of frustration or lack, we're just creating more of that. How to manifest love when you've been single for so long. Feel the feelings of what it's like to be in love. Be grateful for all the love in your life. And make it normal. Make it your new normal to feel adored and loved. I know you are adored and loved by people. And so it's not a feeling that you have to like fake. And what you just have to do is pour into that and focus on that more than you're focusing on not being in a relationship. Seeing synchronicities or signs can be I think seeing synchronicities and signs is a sign that your manifestation is on its way. I don't think it's overthinking. And if it's overthinking, it works. So go with it. Right? Delulu is the Salulu. Okay, thank you, ladies and friends. So glad you joined me tonight. Since my battery is now at 4%, I better get going. I'm going to shoot a couple more videos, and I'm going to have a cup of tea, and I'm going to start my evening routine, and I'm going to stay in so much joy because this is a special, special day where I sent my book to a really, really dream publisher. So it's been a fun day, and I'll make it a fun night, and I'll keep living in fun and joy over the next few days to see what comes of this email to this amazing dream publisher. And I'm going to Miami this weekend. Any of you live in Miami? I'm going to Miami this weekend for a wellness event and to do a photo shoot for my book cover that I'm so excited about, and going to see some of my old school A-Fest friends, and so excited. So if you're in Miami, let me know. Thanks everyone for joining me on this, and thanks for being a part of this wonderful community. It is something I'm so proud of and so grateful for. It's like you're the first people I think of for anything, to share good news, to share bad news, to share like how I got through bad stuff, to share and celebrate good stuff, all of it. So thank you for being here. It means the world to me. I love doing this work, and I love doing it with all of you. Okay? Have a great day. Get out of your own way. Enjoy the journey. Bye.